amazing. How far to go high? Can everybody hear me? Let me know if you can hear me or not. So, I don't know. First of all, let me know if you can hear me or not. Or just wait until somebody just tell me if they can hear me or no. I'm gonna take these headphones off. Give me a moment. Let me speak to everyone can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know. Okay, basically, Virgo, it's your day. I love you. You know that. There's been so much that I have been like just on this learning wave right now. Like life has just got me on this wave. I'm not even joking. And it's good because there's always, hi Lady D. Please let me know if you can hear me. And if it's not lagging, um, yeah. So I've been on this wave, and look, the moon is full. I'm just gonna show you the moon. Look, it's right there. Do you see that? Do you see this beauty? Hold on, let me clean the lens. There we go. Do you see it better? That's the Leo full moon right there, right? And so I was supposed to do a tarot card reading, but for the life of me, I just cannot bring myself to do readings. I don't know why, but I have to trust this because it's like something that's like naturally, instinctively going on with me. Lady D, thank you so much. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah. So I've just been, guys, if you can hit that thumbs up button, I would really appreciate that. I've just been on one, and just, I don't know, changing. Everything is changing. Life is changing. We're all changing. Like we've come into this 2025 year, right? And the 5 is the year of change. So of course we got to expect change. But the thing is, you always know after the number 5, the change that comes with that is a really big change. And so I know that a lot of people feel that there's something in the air that is gonna change. And I think Virgo, for the most part, like if I'm gonna do a reading for you, it's gonna say the same thing that I'm gonna say. I think a lot of you know that you're on the verge of a massive breakthrough. This can legit be like something brand new that you're doing in your life. This can completely be a brand new direction in your job career, or babies, or new homes, or I don't know, something completely different that's just gonna change the trajectory of your entire existence. And I wanna say, I think it's time to embrace it because resistance is one of those things. Like, you hold on to it and you create delays for yourself. And the freer you are and the more willing you are to honestly be like, okay, all of this is a lesson. I'm here taking part in this test. And the only thing that I've got to prove is that I am who I am. And a lot of the time, people like really are not out here trying to learn who they are. Sorry, there was like a mosquito, literally. I don't even know. I think it was a fly or a mosquito. I can't be sure. Anyway, like I was saying, you gotta really know who you are, especially in a time of change, especially when you know that shit is hitting the fan in every single freaking direction. If your instinct is leading you in a certain direction and you don't listen to it, then you're not doing yourself a favor. And you know what? Sometimes the worst things will come in your life and you will literally like think that they're the worst thing that could ever happen, but literally you have no idea it's the best thing that ever happened. And it's just about like allowing yourself the faith and knowing that right now, Virgo, you might even be in a situation where you need to maintain as much faith as humanly possible. So here's this full moon. Sorry, it's shaking because my hands are shaking. Give me a second. Feel free to chat with me here. Feel free to leave me a comment. Feel free to hit that like button. This was meant to be our day anyway, so we're all here together. Hey TTV, hey girl. How are you? How is everyone doing this full moon? I thought instead of doing a reading, how nice to just be sat out here with a spliff watching the full moon. So many changes, guys. And in this Leo full moon, they say this is when you really ground yourself and align yourself to a certain decision. Because this full moon has everything to do with how you see yourself. I'm great. Lady D, I am happy to know that. They are big. I'm really good too. I'm really great. Thank you. Thank you. Especially right now because we're all sharing this like full moon moment together. Like this means stuff to me. Because I don't know. I have no criticism against people that do it. My parents do it, but I'm just not a television person. So sitting out with a full moon for me is literally like Christmas. It's literally Eid. Do you know what I mean? Like for me, I don't know if any of you know about Muslim celebrations, but it's like when the moon comes full circle, right? So when the moon is full, it's like Eid, it's a celebration. And every single month there's a full moon. It for me is just such a celebratory occasion because it's like, yo, we've come full circle with something. And I guess with the moon being in Leo this moment right now, that's everything to do with the self. It's everything to do with the ego. It's got everything to do with how much you love yourself and how much you're willing to love on yourself, regardless of like everything that's going on around you. If life is showing you right now, like, do not compromise you. Is like if life is legit showing you that, like, don't compromise you, then you've really got to respect who you are now, how much you've been through, what, like, how life may have been like kicking you in the balls, but how good it feels now. Do you know what I mean? And this is about the self, I guess. This full moon has a lot to do with like how kind are you to you. There's so much power in this full moon, I think. Because there's so much like appreciation that can go on, especially for Virgo. I'm sorry if I'm rambling. I'm sorry if it sounds like gibberish, but I don't know. It's so raw and it's so like, hey guys, let's do this. As I'm looking at that full moon right now, I'm literally thinking like the pride of a lion. And it's just making me think like Virgo in Vedic is Leo. And as it's the sign that comes before Virgo, I feel like it's a graduation. And then you step into Virgo. And you know what I learned recently? Being a Virgo is a really big privilege. And God really does select Virgos very, very carefully. And it's funny because everybody has this like Virgo fetish. Virgo is really fetishized. And they're often the obsession of many. But I feel like with this coming into this Virgo full moon, and so here you are, like you've graduated this self-worth, this thing that may have been going on right now that is asking you about your self-worth, how much you respect yourself, how much you test yourself, how much you truly appreciate yourself, how much you know yourself. I think when it really comes down to it, if you see the graduation that you know what you've begun to love yourself enough to know and to trust and to have faith, that's so high vibration. That's so, so, so high vibration when you're literally willing to love yourself enough just to trust that everything is gonna be a-okay. We're stepping into that because Virgo is the collective, it's the knowing. So here we go from the ego self into the knowing self, the I am self. Where is Virgo with the I am? Venus in Aries, currently in retrograde. There's a need to make corrections in matters of finances, in matters of love, in matters of like how you choose to assert yourself in this 3D dimensional realm where you're literally choosing and aligning and wholeheartedly focusing on highest timeline shit. Like, what does that even mean? What is the potential highest timeline, Virgo? You know that you've come through this graduation of self-love and things are looking really, really good. Appreciate every single moment of that. But where can we be a little bit more honest about where we can take this now? Like, how far are you willing to go? Because literally, the end of the universe is no obstacle for you. It's no problem for you, Virgo. They don't call you the magician for no reason. And so when I say, hi, Jennifer. Hello, loves. Welcome, welcome, everybody. If you are to work on that self-worth and then kind of like unlimit yourself in regards to like the direction that you want to take life next in, I think you might surprise yourself, because literally coming into this cycle of this full moon, this Leo full moon, which is already your graduation in self-worth, and coming into the knowing that I am, which is the next full moon, the Virgo full moon, you can really change things up for yourself. But the key here is knowing when to be kind to yourself, when you need to pull away from the matrix, and when you need to look at certain triggers and what they're bringing up in you, and what are you still tied to? What is it still that you know is that weak point? And instead of going at it in a, I want to say, not even laborious, as in like, okay, oh, this is going to be a process. I think just doing it like as if you are your child self and your adult self right now, and just being very aware of how you can take care of yourself as that child. I feel like a lot of us really need to bring forward the image of us at a certain age. For example, like when we were kids, when we were young children. If you're willing to take a moment to look at yourself and see for yourself as a little child, you can give yourself the best healing. You can give yourself the best treatment to take care of all of those triggers, because you know what? All of a sudden you become very, very much aware that you're the adult in the situation and you have full responsibility of taking care of that child like you would take care of any other child. And then all of a sudden, all of the shit that you know that you're doing that may even be against yourself, your soul, your meaning, your purpose for being here, you can't even do that shit anymore. There's lessons for everyone in this cycle to come, because it really is going to show you who you are exactly. If you wanted, you could completely redesign your life in this moon cycle, because you're starting with the self. It's not about anything else. It's not about anyone else. It's literally spotlight on you. Everything and everyone around you will change when you are literally willing to align yourself with your highest self. And let's be honest, where is it that we have limited ourselves because of collective gaslighting? Collective gaslighting that may have like literally tricked you out of who you're supposed to be right now. And it doesn't matter, because you can now do this timeline jump, this quantum jump from wherever you are right now to wherever you want to be in a moon cycle. And you know how you do it? Focus. Undeterrable focus. And even that is a commitment in itself. Because when you have legit decided something in your mind, and Virgo, how many of you can relate with me on this? When you've decided on something, come hell or high heaven, nothing is going to stop you. And I feel like, Virgo, you might be in that place in about a month's time or so, where in this full moon of the apex, you are really being invited. You know what? Focus in, lock in, like predator style. Go all in, because it comes to magic. This next full moon is literally where you get to be embodying your full magics. But are you really convinced of the magic being there? And if it's got a bit dusty, clean it up, polish it up, tighten it up. Here's this full moon that's literally pouring so much into you. Stand up for what you believe in. Don't let yourself be wrong done by. Don't get played. Focus in on what you need and you want and where it is that you're trying to get to. Decide. Right now, you know you better than you probably will in the rest of the year, like throughout the rest of the year. I don't know, maybe when we get to Leo season, it might be about like a month long of this full moon. I think so. Leo season is always so good to Virgos. Changes. That comes with big decisions. Oh, thank you, brother. Miss you big time. I hope you're doing really well. Enjoy the moon rays. Sending you all beautiful, beautiful, beautiful vibes. There is so much that you can do right now. And the energy might not have felt like it was there because there was some serious retrogrades going on top of some really heavy subliminal programming going on in the media and the news, as well as all of these 5G rays. Please take care. Like, everybody take extra good care of you. And I think a lot of that comes with spiritual hygiene as well. And that's not just about the Palo Santa. It's about the closing your eyes, connecting with your heart. And I'm not even going to say the typical meditate. Meditate is really important. You should be meditating. But when you are willing to like literally take a moment to connect to the battery, the strongest electromagnetic field in your body, literally taking a moment to connect in and like literally sending out green luminescent rays of you. And you know what? It's always like love. Ultimately, we all want love. We all want to be loved, and we all need to love something, someone. You literally doing that is you charging your own batteries up. Doing it in front of the full moon, amazing. Going for a walk in the forest while you're doing that, amazing. Especially when you're repeating all of the affirmations that you know that you need to really allow yourself to get into from the highest timeline point of view. Like, what would the affirmation be now that Virgo's reached the end of the universe? Everybody, please think about that. And let me know. Let me know exactly what you think. Sorry, I'm a bit wobbly, guys. That is a pine tree with pine cones and pine needles, and the moon directly above it. It's not too cold this evening, which is why we're outside. But what I really love about this full moon is that I think the last full moon that we had in Cancer was really cloudy, and she just did not want to be seen. This full moon, however, there is not a cloud in sight, and I think she's shining a little bit brighter than normal. Do you see that? Something very brazen about her, I think. I mean, what else would you expect from Leo, right? As I speak to a room full of Vedic Leos. I hope everyone is gonna take this assignment. You know, the one about getting to the end of the universe and the highest timeline. I really hope everyone just takes a moment for this. Sorry, I'm shooing away these moss fly thingies. Sorry, where was I? Committing to the highest timeline now. Virgo, literally, like 5th gear. Can we get on with it now, please? And change is always inevitable, right? We're in this year of change, so expect it. There's going to be a lot of eclipses in your sign. And of course, the South Node is in your sign also. This is going to be an epic year with lots of beautiful things. Venus in retrograde in Aries is really just about making sure that the things that are blocking you in love are dealt with in a head-on kind of way. And if they can't be dealt with a head-on kind of way, then take a step back and use your Virgo analysis and perspective to see how you can rearrange the situation, like any true alchemist magician would. Keep pulling those rabbits out of those hats. I had a lot of fun. Jennifer, thank you. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. This has been really nice. And let me know if this made up for the tarot card reading that I just was not going to do tonight. I had to be honest. If you've had a good time, if you've enjoyed this random abrupt chat with me, please leave me some feedback. Let me know what you guys think. We're a family. We've been together for so many years, and it's such a beautiful thing because longevity is the truth. And I think that's what really speaks. TTV, thank you, my dear, for being here. I hope everyone's had a really good evening and enjoyed this full moon energy. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Let's just take a minute, taking those energies. And on cue, the music starts. Right, guys? Have an absolutely wonderful week ahead. I will catch you either tomorrow, we'll do a reading tomorrow, or the day after. Have a really good one, guys. Take it easy. Bye.